Welcome to this week's Walk and Talk as a recording this Friday, TGIF, June 7th, 2024. Had plans of heading out of town. Things kind of changed. Might pick those plans back up. Regardless, I thought, hey, what the heck, let's do. The wind is just kind of whipping leaves over at us. Let's do the Walk and Talk now. See what the weekend has in store. Do have my eye on a couple of cabinets. This episode's all about bargain hunting, and if all goes well, I can actually feel the mist from this fountain over here. The wind is just like moving this all the way towards me. We'll be picking something up, hopefully. Also, we have giveaway number 4. Last week was X-Men 97 Wolverine mug. We'll see what we have in store for this week. I'm inviting you to come along to this week's video. And a little bit of a construction update. We're gonna see construction everywhere. It's gonna be the theming of our videos probably all summer long. Opened up a lot of walk and talks year and a half ago. Right here there was a nice median. Did the intros, did the outros. Now it's completely closed off. They've been doing this for about 2-3 weeks now, adding on to their current car wash. See the building next door with the big Caterpillar crane. Working on another building. They're gonna expand this quick trip. My go-to for coffee, but yeah, kind of the theming this summer, like the theming of grabbing sales, grabbing deals in this week's video. And our first stop is at Synergy. Probably been 3, 4, maybe 5 weeks since we stopped here. I always want to check out Synergy first before we start running through some of the other options. Very well could be the earliest we have ever been to Synergy. Friday morning, about 9:44, just before 10 a.m. Got my fingers crossed that we find something we've been looking for. Oh, and the Mortal Kombat 2 got clacks running, kind of in the dark here. Do have, I'll turn the lights on in a second, but just kind of get the vibes of walking in here. I was hoping to run into a head-to-head Pawn Atari cocktail cabinet because these are becoming pretty hard to find. Also, they do have the Mortal Kombat 2 head-to-head. Okay, now that we have the lights on, there is an NBA Jam, actually 2 NBA Jam countercades back here. You know, I guess I'm hoping to kind of run into a Tron or maybe Shack Jam. They do have X-Men, Wheel of Fortune Casino Cade, Pac-Mania, and a Yoga Flame. Seen a couple Yoga Flames here. Expect to see the Yoga Flame along with the Pac-Mania. Like, who's ever still carrying the Pac-Manias to really be clearancing these out in July. I think they're going to hold tight on Wheel of Fortune Casino Cades. I will get into some sales running with these, but yeah, I don't see this really going any lower than $3.99 right now. And X-Men, you never know. Could actually come across a $2.99 sale in the very near future. Also a head-to-head countercade pawn cabinet priced at $125. I actually picked one of these up. You may have heard this before, a couple of years ago. $80 at Kohl's. So when I see this, I always remember, like, you know, and I know, you know, kind of inflation has happened, but you know, 75, 80 bucks for this, I think it's a buy. And the Mortal Kombat 2 is priced at $350. I just read a comment from Mike, and he actually picked up Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe for $250. So, I mean, talk about an incredible deal. I think $350 is a pretty decent price for that, but once I saw that $250, wow, can you imagine? Just kind of go through some of their action figures here. Maybe come across something. I want to kind of steer a little bit away from, you know, going heavy on, you know, action figures per se. I can't believe that the Bounty Hunter is still here, like, for $5. He has been here. I mean, the last couple of times I stopped here, I was here with Quarter Deck Arcade, and I said, if I don't pick him up, you'll never see him again. Well, yeah, here he is. He's wanted a Pepsi vending machine. I don't know what it is about Pepsi. I mean, I'll drink Coke. No real, you know, it has to be Coke, has to be Pepsi, but I just kind of wanted a Pepsi soda machine. Look at all of this. They're really gearing up for summer in here. This was all filled with Arcade1ups at one point. Like this was the room you know, boxes like this. Like here's your standard like Arcade1up cabinet, and you know, now it's folding electric bikes. Look at all these. Along with across the hallway, we were right in this room right here, the Pepsi machine just around the left. All the way down to the right might still be a room of miscellaneous cabs. Kind of thinking about the buy stuff arcades, 360 wheel, like coming across some old beat up cabs might benefit now, because I mean we're pretty much probably getting the screen, you know, the steering wheel, everything, the artwork from buy stuff. So I'm definitely keeping my eyes open for something like that too. But yeah, this was all filled with Arcade1ups at one point also. We do have the Marvel head-to-head, Mortal Kombat 2 head-to-head. You can see parts of the Big Buck Hunter. So this is what I was talking about, is coming across some cabinets that we could, you know, do some mods to. A couple of control decks here too. You have Pac-Man and a Street Fighter 2. Yeah, it's kind of slim on the Arcade1ups right now, but it was good to see X-Men here come back another month or so. See if there's anything. I do like the fact that they have the pawn head-to-head here. Like this is something, if I could just find a spot for either something like this or the pub table. Technically, I think that the games list on here is better than the pub table, but the pub table, I mean, you can just see, you know, how low this is. You know, if I'm standing right next to it, basically coming up to just over my knee, around my hip. So I mean, it does sit low. The pub table, at least, it's like walking up to probably the height of, you know, your control deck on a deluxe cabinet. But yeah, this is pretty much the room with all of the Arcade1ups. Okay, and I was just informed that if you remember seeing the Retromania bar top was back in that room with all the Arcade1ups that we just saw. They still have it. It's $200. So if you're interested, if you're in the Milwaukee area, southeastern Wisconsin, $200, iArcade bar top. I asked, are there 11 games preloaded on there? There are. He was playing it the other day. So just the bar top, $200. It's still at Synergy, along with everything we just saw. And you know, we'll check back and see what's new a couple of weeks from now, but still on the hunt for a Tron, definitely. And yeah, I'm just throwing out Shack Jam, just kind of throwing it out there. I'm at the corner of 124th and Capitol Drive, Wauwatosa, pretty close to Milwaukee. See the Wauwatosa water tower right here. We're gonna jump into Hobby Lobby. Maybe I'll run into Target quick, but yeah, check out Hobby Lobby. Maybe we'll come across something for this week's giveaway. And I've stated before, we were here about a month, 2 months ago, maybe 3. This is the smallest entry lobby of any Hobby Lobby I've ever been to. Not that I'm gonna make it all about coffee or coffee mugs, but I am kind of thinking about the Game Boy heat change mug. This is, if this isn't screaming late 80s, early 90s, how, you know, you can see it starts off black, you put something hot in there, and there we go. I mean, the green screen. I don't know, this is tempting. I'm gonna put it down, maybe come back, but this might be this week's giveaway. 50% off of wall decor. They were running this sale a week ago. Last week's video, there was some 70% off too, but we're seeing 50, and prices are good through June 8th. So as of recording of this, Monday when you're watching, the sale will be no more. Maybe some wall decor. Look at this 80s look. See, I just saw the Tetris a week ago, but yeah, this is good. Oh my gosh, how did I miss this? Frogger right above. I do have a pawn in my hand. We have the Atari. Look at the Frogger. 50% off. Like, man, just screaming. It's Konami though, isn't it? I was gonna say screaming Atari, but yeah, I mean, look at this. Nice alternative to light up your game room sign. Only $17.99, and I'm sure that, I mean, this counts for 50% off, so take another 50% off of there. Downtown Gotham City, you can see Bane and Two-Face. There's a Joker up here. Look at the Penguin up in the window. This is nice. Look at Clayface, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. What else am I missing? Is there a Robin with Catwoman's right up on top? Batmobile, and of course, the Dark Knight. And the Spider-Man, we can see Iron Man over here, so they're probably in New York City. You got Venom, Iron Fist, Spider-Woman. Sure if I'm gonna see Luke Cage anywhere. Looks like She-Hulk. Daredevil, look at Daredevil way up on top. Of course, Jameson. Menace. $10.99. So this doesn't count as wall decor, but $10.99. This is perfect. Stopping off at one of my favorite Best Buys to go over some of the deals happening this weekend. Created by Mario, Nintendo Switch is the home of Mario and Friends. Also, another pinball pack from AtGames. They are on a roll. We'll run down and see if there's anything new at this Best Buy. There are some deluxe tucked over to the side over here, along with Pac-Man still rocking down that main aisle. AtGames gives us another pinball pack for $15, featuring 3 games on here: Trolls Pinball, How to Train Your Dragon, and Kung Fu Panda. In case you haven't heard, Buy Stuff Arcades has announced their biggest product yet. It's finally here. Their Super Sprint 360 full-size multicade. Check out Buy Stuff's Arcades reveal. Pre-orders opening June 14th. Just talked about this the other day, comparing it to off-road with those 3 steering wheels, along with other options we could do if you're not into the full size. If you don't want to spend the $3,500, there's a ton of options coming. As soon as this pre-order finishes later on this year, we'll be able to feature a ton of different products. Recently, the Pawn Head-to-Head has sold out at a lot of places. I've seen it as low as $2.99 at Kohl's, $3.99 on Amazon. So if you're thinking of picking this up and you're not in the Milwaukee area, I want to say it's probably $250 to $300 at Synergy, $3.99 on Amazon. Not too bad. I think this is a $2.99, and I think at $1.99 anybody would pick it up. I don't think we're going to be seeing any major deals on deluxes this summer, but I do want to note that Amazon is running a little bit of a sale on the Casinocade at $472.47. I think $3.99 has been the lowest this has gone to. Currently started at $5.99, then dropped to $4.99. $472.47, still a little high, but you know, a sale's a sale. And Kohl's Cash is back for the next week. You can pick up Golden Tee Deluxe for $4.99 and get that $100 Kohl's Cash, along with 7.5% rewards if you do have a Kohl's charge card. Also, Walmart running a deal on the NBA Jam Deluxe at $4.99. Personally, I think it's a $3.99 cabinet, but if you're itching to get the best deal on any NBA Jam cabinet right now, $4.99 is the lowest price, and it's only at Walmart. There's a couple different options in the area, and spoiler alert, there's 2 different cabinets I'm looking at, and I'm hopefully deciding on one of them, kind of in contact talks right now, kind of working out some kind of deals. We'll run into Best Buy. I'm kind of stalling a little bit of time on this seller. Maybe grab some lunch too. Still carrying the Power Rangers here, the Pink Ranger. I don't know if these have been here the whole time, but I mean, 8 of them. 8 of the same Power Rangers. It's got to be pretty hard to find all. Was there 5 of them? Exactly why you need a floor model. Like, people will come up and check it out. They do have the X-Men 97 helmet. I heard that Amazon might have had it priced at $42. It's sitting at $59 at Best Buy. Nothing really new over here. I think we've seen this render of Batman. Oh, but the Penguin. And, you know, if I wasn't making a purchase today, planning on making a purchase, we'll see. Yeah, I might consider picking him up because, if you remember last week's Walk and Talk, this art right here, just classic 70s DC Comics. See, the Wheel of Fortune Casinocade is priced at $4.99 in store. NFL Blitz still hanging around. I ask this every time we see it. How many NFL Blitz did they actually make? Mortal Kombat Deluxe hanging around. Go up to the front. Maybe they'll have a couple more cabinets, but this might be it. This might be what they have here. there is one other spot, and I'm interested to see if they still have some of those infinity game boards here. I just noticed this gentleman was finished playing Pac-Man, and they do have the infinity game boards, the 18.5 inch right over here. So I don't think we're gonna see anything anywhere else at this current Best Buy. We see that some of the cards are gone. There's plenty of Pac-Man. There's nothing in front of NFL Blitz, nothing in front of Class of 81. They do have the Mortal Kombat 2 and the Casino Cade. Well, they moved the Casino Cade over here. Do they have two? Oh, the Infinity Game Board. So we'll just help them out here and put it back where it belongs. No, and I stand corrected. They do have a couple here in the front. The doors to go in and out are right here. 3 Infinity Game Boards here. More Casino Cades, a Class 81 and a Pac-Man. So they have all of the original 3 deluxe we saw at CES over a year ago, 2023, all priced at $4.99. I'm guessing that NFL Blitz, Big Buck Hunter. I didn't even notice that. Thought it was a Casino Cade. So yeah, Big Buck Hunters here. I haven't seen a Big Buck Hunter in stock at a store, Best Buy, for a couple of months. Is it really priced at $4.99? Nope, I think Big Buck is $5.99. Could very well be the windiest walk and talk ever. I was gonna go outside and eat, but yeah, it's just too windy for that. So we're going to BK, probably getting that original chicken sandwich. Always nice being greeted with spatulas. Went with the large and that classic, the OG Burger King logo. I guess a little too much ice. And we're gonna splurge now. We're gonna keep it simple. They have Powerade, but you know, I'll get a high C orange. Kind of still sticking with that, staying away from soda. I have been keeping my eye on this Tron cabinet, not too far away from me, probably within, I don't know, 45, 50, 60 minutes. And Cornercade did mention to me, he goes, hey, there's a Tron in Racine. I'm gonna gamble on this one. This is kind of my plan C, is going with the Tron, but I think there's gonna be more Tron popping up, so I'm gonna put this one in the back pocket for now, but I am monitoring this cabinet because Tron, with the stool, kind of completes the first phase of the new look in the arcade. There is a Shack Jam in Minnesota, just outside of Minneapolis, for $300. It is still in the box, but it's one of those returns, so kind of similar to what we see at Synergy. They're asking $300, showing you that it's $700. Actually, they're kind of right because Shack Jam's $6.99 at a lot of places. But the chances of it not working, and then you know you have 48 hours to return, you know, you'd have to go all the way back to Minnesota. So another backup plan. I'm watching it, and I was going to go to Minnesota, and I'm kind of seeing what other options there are. There's another Shack Jam fully assembled at a thrift store that I've been kind of negotiating the price. It would be cool to unbox Shack, but you know, we're looking for deals. I'm gonna stop here, take a look at this, see what kind of condition it's in. Only other option close in the area is buying brand new, you know, paying $5.99 at Apt Electronics, and you know, the fear is Shack Jam sells out soon. I think there's gonna be more Tron available, and I think Shack's price is gonna start jumping up. I don't wanna pay $5.99. We're always talking about picking up deals. I passed on the $4.99, wanted the $3.99, but if I can get this for the $300 range, it might be worth picking up. And I've opted for the original chicken sandwich meal, a large size, got the large fry. You know, one of the best sandwiches Burger King has, along with the Whopper. Pretty much their staple, the best chicken sandwich money can get, and plenty of Heinz ketchup. So if we pick up Shack Jam, you know, I know what you're thinking, like you have the Countercade, you have the Deluxe. We're not getting rid of any of the NBA jams. Like there's a whole image to this, an idea to it. But you know, if we can get a good deal on it, we have the original chicken sandwich. Kind of inspect the mail, plenty of mail. Great sandwich, great fries. Then we'll pick up Shack Jam. We'll see. Might show a new look. We might show a new look in the arcade at the end of the video, along with what giveaway we're gonna get. I did move around some things this morning. Trying to complete phase 1. We still need to get Tron. Kind of holding out for maybe a better deal. Not that the 450's asking too much, because we had a sale with Tron and I think Dell for $449 about a year and a half ago. I mean, that's a great deal. I mean, yeah, it's used, but you still get the stool. Might revisit this one, but I've just been thinking Shack Jam, and not guaranteeing that we're gonna get anything. Drop and catch up, but we'll see. Right after we finish lunch, we'll head over there and inspect Shack Jam. If this doesn't work out, if this cabinet, you know, isn't up to standards, I don't feel good about it, they don't meet me at, you know, the price I'm looking for, maybe we go and get Tron. But I don't know if I want to drive to Minneapolis right now. I was planning on going to Minnesota, and, you know, again, you know, plans just kind of changed a little bit, and I really, you know, and you factor in the gas and everything. I mean, you know, why are you passing on a $300 Shack Jam right now? Not just because it's a returned item. I mean, it's still in the box, but we're talking about 2, maybe 3 tanks of gas when it's all said and done. You know, a tank there, a tank back, and then, you know, put another tank of gas in, you know, for the upcoming week. So could be anywhere from $120 to $180 just in the gas. Add that to the 300, so it might not be that beneficial for me. Something about Minneapolis area though, they've run some great deals on Arcade1up. It must be a lot harder to sell in Minnesota versus over here in Wisconsin. And we have arrived to Walden Liquidators, located in Waterford, Wisconsin. About 30-minute drive, 32-minute drive. We'll run in. Let's take a look at Shack Jam. All right, here we go. It's right in the front of the store. Let's kind of inspect how it's looking. Got the price of $420, retail $700. Got the manuals. Notice there was a chip on the picture. It's not as bad as I thought. There's a plan to put a coin door on here, so a little peelage, not too big of an issue. Scuff mark here, I did see that online, but I mean, that's pretty much all I'm seeing, because again, kind of plan to fix that. The gentleman said we could power it on. We'll see how it fires up. The controls feel a little loose. You know, it reminds me of the model at Apt Electronics. It's going to be different on the Deluxe. Kind of feels the OG, and I know this is similar from that time frame. Did notice a couple other. You can see this in the pictures, and then on the back, it's like different screws they use, and I can't tell with the marquee. You know, I've heard, and I've seen the videos that it's not the brightest marquee. I can't tell, but it did fire right up. And the games work. And Mike Burley's, the bad guy Mike Burley's review, did state that the control deck, and I never noticed this before, is actually deeper on the Shack Jam than the OG and the Deluxe. Plays pretty good though. Pick Phoenix as usual. Suns are always the go-to. And it comes with all of the manuals that you would get if you purchased Shack Jam right out of the box. See what else they have here. Might be the only Arcade1up. You know, a couple of the gouges on there. I didn't notice that online. I guess I could have lived with the one that I did see, but I don't know, I wasn't really planning on buying it and then replacing the artwork. I was gonna live with, ooh, they got, remember that I actually picked this up clearance at Target for $11. So they have a couple of them. They got one up there, might be two right here, the Batwing from the Flash movie, $15. Not too bad of a price. I think 11. Did see this at Synergy. It's fun coming to liquidators. You never know what you're gonna stumble across. What's this? I'm gonna offer 300. I didn't notice those gouges on the other side. You know, that there's limitations here. You know, standing in front of the monitor, it didn't look as bad, you know, as we've made it out to be. We've seen a lot of Shack Jams. We've examined Shack Jam a ton of times at Apt Electronics. I'm not gonna lie, I would replace the monitor. Like there's a plan involved in place, that things that I'm gonna do, and skinning either side was not part of that. So I'm gonna come down a little bit. If they don't take it, I'm gonna walk from it. I'm a little disappointed. I kind of put all the eggs in a basket on the way out here. I even brought a screwdriver to take the top off the base so it would fit in the car, because Shack Jam's about 67, 66, 67 inches high, and you know, to get that in the car, you're gonna have to position some things. But yeah, I just wasn't prepared to get artwork on the side. You know, everything else I kind of accepted, like, you know, I know what to do with this cabinet, but yeah, for that we're gonna have to come down, and yeah, it's too bad. You know, it's kind of making me wish, gosh, dare I say, I would have drove to Minnesota. Also, some of those My Arcade, you know, we're seeing these at Kohl's. These are priced at 50 bucks. I think they were 79, maybe 80 bucks at Kohl's. You know, Amazon was running these before, but yeah, plenty of My Arcade 200 Atari. Guys, am I bummed out? Like, I really thought that we'd pick up Shack Jam. Like, this was the plan, and you know, I don't want to pay $5.99. I mean, who wants to pay $5.99 for a cabinet we already have basically two of? It's the form factor, it's the shape. You know, the battle for Shack Jam continues. Like, I thought we were gonna get it here. Do I pick up Tron? Like, do I chance it? There's a plan B, and the plan B for Tron might be better than the available Tron, as I kind of threw out there earlier. But yeah, I'm kind of wishing I would have drove to Minnesota. You know, we'll see. The wind's kind of died down. It was looking ugly this morning, and I thought, it's kind of felt trust of the gut and things going on around here that maybe wasn't the best time to basically drive for 10 hours, you know, round trip to pick up, you know, an Arcade1up. But I even brought towels with me, and you know, like a screwdriver, like I said, because you know, I was gonna take it apart and fold the seats down and lay Shack Jam in here. Like, I fit Turtles in Time in here. I fit NBA Jam, the OG. You know, you took it off the riser, take the control deck out, and you know, everything will fit. It would have been tight. The marquee is so big, and you know, it's hard to tell. Like, it didn't look like it was on. But yeah, guys, I'm not gonna, I'd regret it. It reminds me of, I don't have to stare at the back of my car seat. It reminds me of when I did buy the open box from Best Buy, NBA Jam OG, the first time, and I never liked it. It's gonna happen again. I felt that coming out here. I'm not gonna like this. You know, there's a gouge on here. There's multiple gouges, and it would have been a bad idea. I mean, you know what? There's times where you just say, you know what? I'm not gonna make this decision. I'm not gonna buy something I'm gonna regret. Out of the two cabinets available right now, Tron, Shack Jam, these are the two that I'm looking for. Anything else from Arcade1up, I don't think I would pick it up with risers, like older cabinets like that, unless, you know, we saw like maybe a class 81 you couldn't pass on, or you know, a casino cade they're practically giving away, or like what we talked about with the you know, the head-to-head Ataris pawn tables. Man, guys, I was really thinking we were gonna get Shack Jam, and I was gonna be so slick, and you know, I was gonna get it down in the basement. Kelly wouldn't even notice. Like, you know, we take one arcade out, we put another one in. Hey, it's an arcade. Like, she'll walk past, she won't even see it. But yeah, unfortunately, not gonna get Shack Jam today. Well, hopefully this will make me feel better.
Hi there, how can I help you?
Alright, can I get a large black coffee?
Large hot black coffee?
Yep.
Okay, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, and then there are free donuts today with any drink order.
Thank you, but no thanks. I'll just take the coffee.
Alright. And then sorry, that was a large, right?
Yeah, yes please.
Alright, you can go ahead and pull forward.
Thank you.
Of course.
It's hard to pass on a free donut, but yeah, I gotta watch. Gotta watch what I mean, you know? Limit the soda, limit the junk food. I mean, heck, we had Burger King and we went large. Well, we made it to our usual opening for the walk and talks. And we're here to finish off the video, Mr. Fox. And, you know, things didn't work out the way we thought they were gonna happen today. Really considered. Thought we were gonna get Shack Jam. Tron's still out there. There's another Tron, so there's a plan A and a plan B. I'm not gonna force it. I think I kind of forced the decision, the trigger on Shack Jam today. Turns out the one in Minnesota isn't available anymore. So I mean, the thing is we drive 5 hours. There's no guarantees. I mean, this is marketplace. Plus, it might have been in the same condition the one we just saw was in. Thought about going to Apps, paying $5.99. I'm gonna hold out. We talk about sales, Black Friday in July. Shack Jam's gotta come down. It's either gonna come down or it's gonna sell out. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It's good seeing you, Mr. Fox. Yeah, it just didn't work out the way I thought it was gonna work out today, and you know, that's life. You know, we don't always get what we want. Things don't always work out the way we want them to work out. Got a good coffee though. We started the video off with a coffee. We're finishing the video off with a coffee from Dunkin'. Passed on the donut. I think it was a wise decision. I think it was a wise decision to pass on that Shack Jam. I didn't even offer him the $300. I walked up, you know, I think he was expecting me to get it, and I just said, I'm not even gonna lowball you. I didn't notice some of these marks, and turns out he actually put it together like it came in the box that way. I don't know. There was screws on the back panels that weren't what we get in an Arcade1up box. So it wasn't a great decision to get that. We'll show this week's giveaway, and I'll show you some of the one new look in the arcade. I want to thank everybody for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Well, I couldn't pass on Frogger. I never saw that at Hobby Lobby. Kind of fills that empty spot right there. I do have some pictures, just like this empty spot. Loki, I didn't tell you about Shack Jam. I had plans. Dragon's Lair was moved out this morning. Another cabinet, there she goes with the feet again. Another cabinet was gonna go right here. Now, there's gonna be an empty spot. I don't know what to do. But we do have a giveaway. Don't worry, I picked up the other one. There's two. We have one on the wall and one for a giveaway. Now this didn't count for the 50% wall decor. It's labeled gift, so they ran it up and said, you know, we can't offer it. I go, I'm still taking it. Like this, couldn't leave this behind. So this is the fourth giveaway. Head over to Instagram, PD7 Lucky's Gym, comment, and Frogger could be headed your way. I was able to move this in without even moving a cabinet out of the room. I don't know about the luck. We'll see. I'd like to put Tron. I'd like to get Tron. We'll see if that happens. And pair that right next to Dragon's Lair. And ultimately take Pac-Man and probably line it with the rest of the 19-inch monitors. But from this angle distance, you can't really tell that this is a 17 to a 19. So for right now, just kind of tricking the eye. It's going to work out. This is a temporary spot for Pac-Man. Dragon's Lair, it's going to stay right there. I like that at least both the coin doors are lit up. We'll see what happens in the future. If we do get Tron, if we get Shack Jam, more deals to come. But this is how the arcade is looking for right now. I'll show you more in the future. 16 cabs in here. Can you believe it?